The Indian Navy will be enhancing its operational capability with the commissioning of INS Jatayu at Minicoy Island in Lakshadweep. The Indian Navy will commission the naval detachment Minicoy as INS Jatayu in the presence of Admiral Hari Kumar, the Chief of the Naval Staff today. The event marks an important milestone in the Navy's resolve to incrementally augment security infrastructure at the strategically important Lakshadweep Islands. The base will enhance operational reach and facilitate the Indian Navy's operational effort towards anti-piracy and anti-narcotics operations in the Western Arabian Sea. It will also augment Indian Navy's capability as the first responder in the region. The establishment of a naval base is in line with the Government of India's focus towards comprehensive development of islands. INS Jatayu is the second naval base in Lakshadweep after INS Dweep Prakash in Kavarati. With the commissioning of INS Jatayu, the Indian Navy will strengthen its foothold in the Lakshadweep Islands, and along with the extension of operational surveillance, reach and sustenance will usher in a new era of capacity building and comprehensive development of the island territories. Joining us at this point is Lieutenant General Raj Kadian, former Deputy Chief of the Indian Army. Lieutenant General Kadian, how important is the commissioning of the INS Jatayu in your view?
Good morning, Uday. India has a string of islands, both in the southeast and southwest, and we have a very long coastline, 7,500 kilometers. We also occupy a pivotal position on the Indian Ocean. So it is important for us to strengthen our Navy, and which the present government is doing. They have done a lot to strengthen the Navy. The other factor is that we had a presence in Maldives, which unfortunately with the change of president, he is now falling into the lap of China. So we need to have a place from where our Navy can operate and improve our security, our surveillance, and in a way deter China from carrying out their nefarious activities. So the southernmost of these 36 islands in the Lakshadweep chain is Minicoy, which is about 500 kilometers from Maldives and about 258 from Avarati, which is the capital of this district union territory. We already have a naval base in the capital of Lakshadweep. So this is an additional facility which is being set up. And in due course of time, they will develop the infrastructure. Today, of course, the beginning is being made. Maldives may have been the spark to take this action immediately. So this will strengthen our security situation. This will strengthen our surveillance. We will also locate our Seahawk helicopters, which is the maritime version of the Black Hawk, which was used in killing of Osama. It has got modern weapons. It has Hellfire missiles. It has rockets, it has machine guns. Apart from that, it has the cameras and the sonar equipment with which you can detect the movement of submarines and even destroy them. So this will be a good deterrent for China, who have been spreading their wings in the Indian Ocean. They already have taken a port in Sri Lanka, Hambantota, and now they are giving free defense aid to Maldives. We were providing them medical facilities to take the patients to the hospitals and all. So they have agreed to provide that free of cost. So China is running around with their heavy pocket. They have been buying these countries, they have been buying their loyalties. How long will that succeed? But India has to take note, has to take countermeasure, and setting up of a naval base Jatayu in Minicoy is the beginning. With this, not only we can improve our security and surveillance, we can also strengthen our anti-piracy and anti-narcotics, which we've been doing on the Coast Guard, has been doing it so far. And we can also replenish our sea assets in the Indian Ocean, do out casualty evacuation, resupply missions, provide medical aid. So all these facilities will be available once this naval base is fully operational. They will have additional infrastructure, additional facilities to provide all the required security and surveillance related additions to our India's security. So I think it's a very, very good move on the part of India. Unfortunately, all the operation, Navy is the least seen because the media doesn't go on the ships. But Navy has played a very, very crucial role in all the previous wars, 65, 71, continues to play. They've done a very good, they played a very good part in checking Houthi militants who were firing on the merchant ships. India has rescued some boats. So all that will get further added to our capability by setting up this new Jatayu naval base in Minicoy.
Yes, let me also quickly join Brigadier Sandeep Thapar, infantry officer, into the conversation. Brigadier Thapar, as far as this particular commissioning is concerned, how strategically crucial is it for India in your opinion?
Uday, firstly, thank you for having me on your show. General Kadian has brought out very eloquently, and he's covered almost everything which pertains to this issue. All I want to add a little bit is that domination or watching your concerned sea lines of communication is a major job of the Navy. We, in the early 70s or 80s, realized that the Malacca Straits were important international trade routes, sea lines of communication. So we slowly developed Andaman and Nicobar, and today there is a command there. It started with a small little establishment, and then we expanded, having realized. So now Andaman Nicobar gives us a launch pad or a power projection in the eastern seaboard. As we had a presence in Malay, in Maldives, which were eyes and ears on the western seaboard, which unfortunately for the past couple of years have blown hole. Our relationship has been soured a little, and now they've gone the China way. We needed to develop something, and this is but the first step. And I'm sure as and when this is developed, there'll be more blue water power projection side. You see, once this is fully developed, there's a runway made, then your all your bases, technically your base has shifted to 300 kilometers further westwards. Your aircraft carrier, your ships can halt there, port there, replenish, your aircraft can land there. So your range has increased, and now you're keeping the Suez Canal and those channels, the south of South Africa channel, under watch. So I think it's a very, very strategic step, and the government has done well to start with it. It's just the basic first step. Let us not give it too much of this thing. It will, in a couple of years, develop into a major thing, not something like Andaman Nicobar, but on a lesser scale, because the area to develop is less, but still it is a significant step to project your power and to keep China, to watch China activities in the Arabian Sea. So I compliment the government and the Navy on this.
Right. As far as also now the situation in the Maldives is concerned, do you believe this is also being done to, offshoot that loss of, an ally for India with the turn that Muizu has taken, Brigadier Thapar?
Of course. It's not only him, it is also to China that you come and interfere in our relationship. We'll respond in our own way. And that's what we've done. We've told Maldives, fine. You want to go China way? Fine. We depended on you for a certain amount of time, certain resources, and we helped you. We helped you considerably like a friend. But if you don't want to take that friendship, we've got alternate ideas and alternate schemes in place. And it's definitely a signal to Maldives and to China as well.
Right. Also, General Kadian, this will help us in our anti-piracy, anti-narcotics operation in this particular area of the ocean as well, isn't it? Apart from, of course, surveillance, which we've spoken about. Lieutenant Al-Qadian, that question was for you, sir.
Yeah. You know, we were in Maldives. First time we went in 1988 at the invitation of the government when there was a coup being launched. So we went and salvaged the government there, and we've had a presence ever since. A very small number, 70 odd people. We used to have helicopter service to give the medical assistance and also ambulance services. But now China is spreading its wings. They are spreading all over the world, in African continent, in Asia and everywhere else. Their strength is their money. They have plenty of it. So they already have a surveillance ship. They call it surveillance, but it's a spy ship located in Maldives as of today. And that poses a direct threat to India because they can spy on our activities, on our naval activities, and forewarned is forearmed, as everybody knows. India has been objecting to it, but China says, no, this is not a military kind of operation they're doing. This is just a collecting topographic and weather information. So gradually China will make a naval base in Maldives. It is a well-known fact. They will also do that same in Sri Lanka because no country can pay back their loan. So they hold the country to ransom. So I think to stop all that, to checkmate China from spreading into the Indian Ocean, their influence into the Indian Ocean, we had to take countermeasure, and this is very important. As far as the counter piracy and counter narcotics are concerned, this is a famous route which has been followed in the past. We have already caught some narcotics and drugs in the past. Coast Guard, this will further strengthen our ability to keep India shielded from the import of these undesirable elements. Plus, this will also help in providing rescue operations to all people who get stranded. They may be civilian boats, they may be merchant ships, they may be anything. So overall, it's a great idea to have a presence in the south of Lakshadweep Island, and this is the southernmost tip that we are establishing naval base, like we have in Nicobar, in the island chain of these islands, in the Andaman chain of islands. So overall, from the security point of view, from surveillance point of view, from anti-narcotics point of view, this is going to add to our strength. Also, we are acquiring 24 Sea Hawks, which is a maritime version of the Black Hawk, which has the modern sonar camera, it has torpedoes, it can take on submarines and ships, which is a great addition to our maritime strength. And with this, hopefully, we will be able to put a stop or at least a deterrence, effective deterrence to the Chinese expansion, which they are all the time involved in. And I am sure our security, with further enhancement of the securities of the infrastructure, Chinese will also take note and will get deterred. So
right, Brigadier Thapar also wanting to comment.
With China. Otherwise, under the...
Yes, Brigadier Thapar.
Uday, just to add a small bit of it. Now, this new base is situated at the 8-9 degrees channel, which is a very important shipping channel, international shipping channel. So you're sitting bang on it. So all that anti-piracy, anti-smuggling, security of your sea lines of communication, security of your own mercantile traffic and ships. So all this will be facilitated with this base once we develop it to a larger scale.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.